kick off.
Welcome to What's in the Coffee with Hunter Pence and Lexi Pence. They're married, obviously. They have the same last name. I introduce them as two separate entities, but oftentimes they're one. And in this case, with the coffee, they are, because they created this together. Right now, we're all drinking Sweetest Love. This is created by them.
Sweetest
Guys,
Love.
welcome.
I mean, the name was kind of a fun little. You want to share the story of the name?
Well, you named it.
Well, we named it together.
Hunter named it. Hunter comes up pretty much with all the names of all the coffees.
And Alexis does all the hard work.
Do you go outside just to really give it some thought, Hunter?
Yeah.
Close your eyes and then it just comes to you and you come back in an hour later. Say, I have it. I have the name.
I go outside all the time. I meditate daily. We do these things. But honestly, she's just like, well, she's doing all the work, and I'm just like la-di-da, being myself, doing whatever, being myself, doing weird things, whatever it is I'm doing. And she'll just like question me. She's like, this coffee is for Mother's Day, and it tastes like this. What do you think the name should be? Well, I was like, well, Mother's Day is like the sweetest love. Like, it's like, all right,
get the sweetest love from your mom.
Yeah. So if we're making like a coffee based around like your mom, it's the sweetest love.
I like that.
Like a name generator, basically.
It is a name generator. I know. We came up with Static Boom too, which was our April coffee.
I saw that one.
I did come up with Good as Hell though
That was your first one.
Yeah, March.
I don't know. Anyway,
March.
so back to Sweetest Love.
Static Boom. I like the name, and Kyle's right. You guys are title generators. Being a songwriter, I know I haven't been creating a lot of music lately, but when I hear Sweetest Love, and after talking to you guys, it makes me feel like I need to make a Mother's Day song right now.
I love
Sweetest Love, a nice Pence collaboration.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Could we do it on the spot right now, Chase?
Oh, you sure?
Go.
I mean,
what would a Sweetest Love song be?
I can't really hear myself because of this thing. When you got that sweetest love, you know it's that Mother's Day. 'Cause I got that sweetest love on this fine Mother's Day. That's it. Now I have it recorded. Now I build off of it.
Yes.
That's how it starts. Awesome. You guys inspired that.
Oh, wow.
That was amazing. I was like, keep singing. Don't stop.
Really?
Right?
That's how it happens.
I like it.
It happens.
Yes.
You just go, right?
Yeah, that's how it starts. When you're around the right people, the right time, where you feel safe. That was one thing about you both. You guys make people feel really comfortable around you. So I was super pumped to have you guys right here on the show right now.
Oh, well, we appreciate you even asking us. Yes. This is awesome.
But it's perfect. I mean, you guys love coffee. You guys are creating coffee. I love coffee. Who doesn't love coffee, right?
Have you tried it?
Have you tasted it?
Yeah.
So,
well, I opened up the package yesterday, and it instantly just smelled amazing. Kyle, what were you saying?
Well, I'm waiting really patiently to try this coffee.
Do a sip.
I haven't tried it yet.
So what kind of coffees do you guys like? Because all three of the first 3 months have all been like completely different. So I'm just curious what you guys like.
I like smooth, bold, but I like dark coffee often. I go back and forth, but typically I'll defer to the darker roasts.
Okay, this is the best one for you that we've come out with. Because this is our
see what notes they got. What notes are you guys getting from it? Did you follow the brew guide?
Yes.
Okay,
I did actually.
To a T.
Yeah. I like that how it came with that. I actually brought that out here. I love that it comes with the brew guide.
That helped.
I must have left it near my coffee maker, but it did help because you do want to take advantage of what's there. And the fact that every time I use beans, it really tastes a lot better. When I go and grind the beans and you make them right there on the spot, there's a difference. It's way smoother.
We roast our beans freshly every week. So like Monday and Tuesday are our roast days, and then this will be sent out usually depending on when you order it, Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
So you really are getting like the freshest bag, and by like the time it gets to you, you probably hit, depending on where you live, you hit like the maximum like freshness of the bean where you can extract the best flavor.
Yeah, you guys know way more than this than I do. I'm learning right now.
I got to tell you too, like I love trying different types of coffees and stuff. I love really bold, just dark black coffee. And the smell in the morning is my favorite thing. And this was one of the nicest like smells of a coffee smell. It just filled the house when I was making it. It was really good. I'm tasting some dark chocolate, like really dark chocolate.
Good. Yes, that's what we wanted, because we included we have these bundles, which Chase, by the time we got the request and everything, and we talked about this, the bundles were like they sold out in like 3 days, which was huge. And we tried to do it with like a curated mug. So for Hunter's Static Boom, he had his curated mug, which is the
Dual Streets
mural at
our
coffee shop.
Awesome.
Street graffiti artist in Houston. And then mine is by a ceramist. Good as hell.
That's sweet.
That's cool.
It's like a donut.
It looks like wax.
Donut icing.
Dripped. It looks like you dripped wax over it. It looks like a big donut.
So we did that with Good as Hell, and that was like the flavor of like an upside down pineapple cake, which my logo is the pineapple, so it made sense.
Pineapple Labs.
We used like a local. I wanted to use a female because it was for Mother's Day, and we used a local ceramist from Houston, and she did this beautiful pink and white mug, which I wish I had the mug here.
That's the only mug we don't have yet.
Yeah. So yeah, but
I love it. It
came with like little flowers, because the flower situation was very hard this year because of the pandemic. So it included these little paper seeds that look like a flower, and so you plant them, and then it's like you're giving your mom chocolate and flowers.
That's so cool. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, we're hoping that bundle comes with an experience. Yeah. So we're trying to be very thoughtful and curated, like big into the curation of it, and so everyone feels something different each month with the coffee in the mug.
That's great. I'm gonna sign up for it. I'm not joking. I'm going to sign up for this because Kate and I like trying different things. We just haven't really done anything like this before. So, we know you guys are great people. And the fact that you guys put so much thought towards it just makes so much sense, just to be invigorated by some new coffee every single month.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Proceeds this month go to Single Mom Strong. So it's been a single mom charity. So
I love that. So you guys pair everything with a different one every single month?
Every month it'll be a
charity?
With a new mug and then a new charity. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Last month we raised $8,000 for No Kid Hungry and Southern Smoke, which is awesome.
Yeah, so I saw that.
Helping feed a lot of the kids in need right now. It's
So
that
and
one
people
felt
in the
really good.
hospitality business.
And that one, Alexis, she charged the most for that one because the time for food, and so that was like completely charity. This was a more reasonable price, I think.
Yeah, well, that one included an autograph, so
gotcha.
All the proceeds go to a good cause, so like it's a win-win. We get to share, like me, Chase. Like I love coffee, and I'm like super excited to talk to you guys about this, and it's crazy that y'all both like bold, because this was probably the perfect month then that we sent you Sweetest Love. Yeah, me personally, I actually like citrusy, lighter coffees, and the first two were like really citrusy, really light, really like they had like kind of a fruit forward, and this is the bold one, and so we hit the jackpot that y'all are testing this one out.
Perfect. Yeah, I love it. I tasted
really
the chocolate. Good. I tasted the chocolate right away, but I didn't trust myself enough to go with it.
Even chocolatey for sure.
Chocolate. And then I look at it and it says dark chocolate. I'm like, wow, I really nailed it, because you can taste
it
right away. Yeah, it says on the front.
Dark chocolate,
spices, Guatemala, Rwanda.
When you're in the Dominican, Hunter, did you try? I'm sure you did. Did you try like a lot of different types of coffees in the Dominican?
Yes. They don't have as many like shops and like
right.
Just like basically it's called the Jumbo.
The Jumbo.
And the Jumbo has like that's where everyone goes for everything. It's like the Walmart. It's like a big Walmart, but it has like all of the food restaurants, but it's kind of like a mall, and there's really just one coffee shop besides like gas stations or whatever. And so it's not like it's like a Starbucks-ish kind of thing.
Right. Like my experience when I was out there, it was every meal we were having it. We were having it with breakfast. Then after we'd have lunch, they'd come over and offer coffee. And after we'd had dinner, they'd come over and they'd offer coffee. Those little, just like super dark Dominican, I don't even know what they're called, like Dominican roast in those little tiny cups. It was so good though.
Okay.
We didn't get that experience out there.
Yeah, where were you?
San Domingo.
Oh,
okay. Capital. So
yeah, we were like in the country.
Which beautiful beaches. We were at like this crazy beautiful beach resort.
Yeah.
But like besides like what was on the resort, which was kind of more Americanized-ish, when I say that, and then like
Well, they had like Italy.
And yeah, it was kind of, there was a little Italy town, which was actually amazing.
Cool.
But then in the town of La Romana, there was just the jumbo, basically.
Yeah.
You hit it every day too. And I only know because I played for that team that you played for in 2011.
Oh my God.
Toros. I did. It was after my first year that I'd ever been called up. And oftentimes they send the rookies out to play baseball somewhere foreign. So I was there. I was in Casa de Campo. So I'm reliving these memories as you talk about that little Italy type place that you can get to on the golf carts.
Yeah.
I was there with Anthony Rizzo, Chris LaRue, and gosh, there were 4 other American players on that team, and all of us were really close together on the resort. And we all hot wired our cars so it wasn't limited, so they go faster than the other ones by putting this stick in there. So, and you'd see these tarantulas at nighttime if you were cruising around at night. Is it the same? Is Dario the driver too to Jumbo, by the way?
What?
Who's the driver that you guys had to Jumbo?
Dario.
Yeah.
2011. That was a while ago, and he's still doing
he has
it.
his own CD of his own songs, and he sings them every day.
What?
He didn't have that? Oh, it was 2000. He made a CD and has songs, and he played the same CD every single day of his own songs and sang. I don't know. I can like.
Awesome.
It's part of the routine too. It becomes part of and you guys were winning a ton. Like, shoot, you must have brought some serious energy to that team.
It was wild. It was a good time. Now, did you ever hear? We actually created our one and only song based on the Jumbo. Did you ever hear the Jumbo song?
Because you went to the Jumbo like every day, right, Chase?
Every day on the way to the field. Yeah, I would get chicken.
And like everything you need is there. Like if you like, and so like we made a song. It was kind of like based off of like the Pitbull song a little bit. But it was like, if you need a shotgun, you get it at the Jumbo. And if you need a toothbrush, you get it at the Jumbo. And if you need a
camera, you get it at the Jumbo. And if you need a Wi-Fi, you get it at the Jumbo.
And if you need a
breath mint, you get it at the Jumbo.
Pencil, you get it at the Jumbo. Literally like anything you need.
If you need a car, you get it at the Jumbo. And if you need a Chase.
If you need an olive, you get it at the Jumbo. If you need some chicken, you get it at that Jumbo.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was our Jumbo song.
That's awesome. Did you guys actually made it and released it?
Yeah, it's on a YouTube video. We
need to. I'm gonna slide to this and cut to it when I'm editing. I'm gonna insert it right there.
Absolutely.
We asked her mom. So like we were doing this in the car on the way to the Jumbo before. Was this before Christmas or New Year's or something?
Yeah,
One of these, some holiday, and like it was the time when like it was crazy packed, and we started singing the song on the way, and we asked her mom, like, because we were passing it around, everyone was saying something funny, and her mom said, we thought she said the pens, but she said depends.
Depends.
Not expecting that from her mom.
Depends.
Like, Mom, you trying to tell us something that you need?
She likes Jumbo. I'm sure she could find it at Jumbo, whatever she's looking for.
The
Jumbo. That's awesome. I love it. And I really like going back to this. Like, I love how much thought you guys put in to this. I think it's really special. And I like how it's a revolving door of people that you guys are helping. You know, each month it changes. It keeps it fresh. Just like the coffee. Coffee is obviously fresh. I like how it's the Pineapple Labs. This is a new entity. Pineapple Labs. I never heard of that before until I got this.
It's our coffee line. It's kind of just like an umbrella under all the stuff that we're creating. So we're doing like the coffee, and then hopefully soon we'll be doing stationery and pens and stuff that we feel kind of embodies the lifestyle that Hunter and I have kind of curated for our own self. Mm-hmm. So, being really thoughtful in terms of, like we're really into crystals, and we're really into like, incense and things that we enjoy and bring with us when we move so much in the baseball world that creates kind of a home for us.
Consistency.
Yeah. And just things that offer us comfort and help push us towards, I don't know, giving, like, feeling good and making sure that we're like self-care and wellness and mindfulness and stuff like that. Things that make you happy.
I think you should share a little bit of the story of how you like came up with the idea and where you were inspired and like where you like want to go.
Well, I came up with Pineapple Labs actually in London. We found this book at Harrods this past off season, and it was called A Dream
Journal or something?
Journal. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember.
But anyway, it was like this it's this really amazing practice. And I recommend this for everyone. And it would just say, it would like question you. And it would say, if money wasn't an option, like what would you do in life and how would you live? And if like you had no fear, what would you do? And like, it makes you like really self-analyze like certain things.
Funneled, it took like all the ideas that I wanted to do and kind of just helped me funnel it down and gave me more of like a pathway on how I wanted to continue on. And I think, for the rest of us in the world that don't just have like baseball and there's a clear cut path, that kind of want to like follow or figure out what exactly it is you want to do, or like follow your dreams and, figure out what is really speaking to you and find your purpose. I think that kind of help in any way that you can get it is super helpful. Mm-hmm. And it kind of like propelled me forward and gave me a clear vision as to like what I wanted to do now, because I have Let's Get Lexi, but then it's like, what am I going to do with this? Mm. And so then it kind of just birthed into that. And I was like, man, I am really passionate about coffee and I love coffee mugs. And I think most people do. Like when you're out vacationing, what do you normally buy? A coffee mug.
Yeah,
exactly.
But tell me what you guys think. I just think it's so beautiful because it became like a passion project. It was like, whoa, she loves coffee. She loves like also stationery, which is like, is that like, I don't know, like there was a bunch of stuff, but anyway.
Yeah. Like I got some stuff in the pipeline. It's just,
it's amazing.
Really put a stop in some stuff.
Yeah. Follow your passion.
That is really cool.
Follow your passion.
Follow your passion, whatever it is. And it sounds like that, what you're talking about helped you unlock. Like somebody had me do a really similar thing. Just the year before I met you, Hunter, we were teammates with the Giants. When I was with the Padres, Charlie Hedges' dad, Charlie, had me do an assignment for him. He was, just because he knew I was curious and he knew I really liked storytelling and he saw the stuff that I did off the field. He said, I want you to write a few pages about what your perfect day looks like. Like, what does your perfect day look like 5 years from now? What is it? Do you wake up? And for me, it was like hanging out with my family and then meeting with a team of creators. So we just create storylines.
Yeah.
And just that.
You said something so beautiful right there, which I had never really thought about, but like having that family time that you said, like spending the time with your family and then meeting with a team of creators, like and I never really thought of that. Like having my time with Hunter is super important. And that's a goal. That's like a dream life for me, right? Like having that time, that balanced time of like, hey, it's okay to just say like, I want to stay home and have this time. And then maybe later work a little or, have, a great creative space or whatever it is for you. Right. And I don't, we're trained to think that way, to have quiet family time or like just staying at home or whatever it is. I don't think we prioritize that enough.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a balance. Balance is important, right? And balance is different for everybody. Figuring out what that balance is.
Yeah.
Change is good sometimes. You don't ever want to get into a rut either. You want to find that balance and like tweak it every now and then. Exactly. I need to work on that more myself as I adjust to not playing. It's so odd. And now I have a lot more family time on a consistent basis than I did before as a player. Yeah. Like I'm not gone for the 2 weeks. I get to see my kids every day now, and it's different. It's great. But now I really miss being in a clubhouse with the guys. It's like, it's so
I think year to retire.
I know. What a great year, because I went in full on with this production thing. As soon as the season ended, I knew that I wanted to do that. I knew I wanted to be with the fam some more. I was missing first steps and stuff like that. So I was like, oh man, I don't want to miss this stuff anymore. And it seems like great. I built up this production company and had some clients like, let's just do it. Let's do it. And it's been great. And I've manufactured what I do on a daily basis, like you have with the coffee, to be able to help ball players with branding content. just hanging around them, going and shooting some content and attaching them with some sponsors. That's what Kyle and I do on the side. And it's great because I feel like I put myself in a position to still be a part of the clubhouse. I miss being on the field, but I still get to be around the guys and get that clubhouse feel, even though I'm not a player anymore.
Yeah.
On the film side. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get to go home and then you're like, oh my God, I can leave.
Yeah, it's fulfilling. Yeah. Yeah. And Kyle's wonderful. What was that?
You were always just so creative. Like even in the clubhouse, you were like creating constantly, and like you just have that creative energy that it's like can't be stopped. So I'm excited to see what all you come up with.
Yeah, and Kyle, like you're constantly creating as well. Like,
yes,
it's pretty insane some of the events you've put together.
Unbelievable
that we've
events.
gone to, and really outside the.
Yeah, what's like going on in y'all's world right now? What you been cooking?
Kyle, you go ahead. Oh yeah, that was funny. They said that, huh?
Oh man. No, we're so we just started a company called Flurry. And so Flurry is a production studio where we're helping athletes tell their stories and also help them monetize their stories. So our big focus is trying to make sure that there's somebody in the player's corner that can really tell it from an authentic point of view. Where we want to make sure that the guys have a voice, right? And a voice, though, in a way that is also including them in what comes from that voice, not just taking the voice and then making money off of it. So that's kind of how we're structuring it. And then also really trying to do anything that we can to add value on the brand building side. So help guys be able to get their name out there in the right way to connect with brands that they actually care about and they love and they use, not just a brand that'll pay them. So aligning stories. And that's kind of cool because that's how Chase and I aligned was we were both trying to find the same thing. We found each other as a love story.
And the MLB have these incredible stories, but unless they're, these big name players, you get to hear a lot of them. And some of them are just so beautiful that you're extremely touched by them. And I mean, luckily we hear a lot. So, nice to know that someone's in their corner.
Yeah. I honestly think that's something that's really needed because stories, one of the questions in baseball right now is just like, how do we, bring in the youth, and get the youth interested in baseball? Well, stories and like knowing the players makes it way more exciting to get into. And I think the more stories that you're able to share, like, I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's great what you guys are doing. That's exciting.
It's fun. I mean, it's like this too. Like we're able to talk with you guys and learn about like what actually started the coffee, like what's in the coffee, stuff that's kind of deeper level stories and stuff that you're probably not going to get asked as much when the season rolls around, so it's stuff that makes it fun for us.
Yeah. So we appreciate you asking about it.
Yeah. Well, when we were talking about partnering with brands and whatnot, I think Hunter and Lexi kind of gave me advice on this a year ago. We were talking about branding, and the advice that they gave me was sweetest love fell on the ground.
No.
The advice that they gave me was to just work with brands that I really liked and really believed in, because then it's really easy. It's like being a salesman. If you really believe in a product, it's really easy to sell it because you believe in it. So by working with a brand and people that you like, it's really easy. But talking to you guys about the coffee that you're making, the thought you put in it is really easy. Like doing this with you guys, it's just natural.
Right.
Yeah.
But I want more people to know about this because it is really special what you're doing. I love that all the proceeds, you guys are donating a lot of money. More people should know about this. So whatever we can do in the future outside of this podcast to get it out, you let us know. If you want me to put something in my story, letting my fans know about this, I'm happy to do it. And just throw up that swipe up feature. Just let me know. Yeah.
I mean, any help, is appreciated, but definitely not asked. We're just appreciative for everyone that does buy it and is willing to support. And luckily we have like such a great fan base. And if you guys want to share it, if you love the coffee that much and you want to share it, that's great.
Only if you like it.
Only if you like it, and we won't be offended if you're not.
Enjoy the coffee.
Yeah.
But it's a passion project. Like we love that we have the opportunity to do this, and like this bag of coffee goes so much further than I think people realize. So it goes back to like the roaster, which is a small business. And then from the roaster, it goes back to the farmer. And that farmer is in a third world underdeveloped country, which,
that money changes their whole country.
Yeah. Back to not only just like changing their family, but like what they put back into the economy of that country.
That's one of the things about Greenway that's really amazing is that, not only do they do find good coffees, but they also make sure that they know the farmer, they know how they're treating the community,
and that the process is done ethically
and all, you know, so it's like I learned so much from you know, one of the partners of Greenway Roastery, and just like how much love and how much care of every single person involved goes into it. It's really cool.
So you should feel like really good about drinking just that cup of coffee.
It does.
Absolutely.
Really, I just like how mindful you guys are about the whole process.
We try.
You guys put a lot of time and effort into this.
And that's why supporting, you know, specialty coffees is so important, you know, because it's, like I said, it's not just a cup of coffee. It goes, the lineage behind it just goes so much further than I think the customer even knows. And we're trying to build that bridge where we educate people that it's important that we take care of everyone, the roaster, the farmer, their family, that country, you know, like Guatemala, Rwanda, Ethiopia, all these beautiful countries that, you know, really rely on selling these coffee beans.
That's an important point to make too, because a lot of stuff right now is just white labeled. You slap a logo on it and go out and try to rebrand it and put it on a website that is being drop shipped, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that people do assume that of a lot of things now, to be able to actually share that backstory of where the bean comes from. Like, this isn't just you guys love coffee and you decided to start selling coffee. This is, you guys are passionate about what goes into it, what comes out from it. And it's an actual, like, really, really big passion project. And that's what's so cool to kind of hear this story is there's so much behind it.
Did it just like Hunter and I, like we have like a whole team, like Greenway Coffee helps support us. You know, I have a great team behind me.
She has a whole bunch of like amazing people that put a lot of love into the logo and the art, and just like really, really, really good friends and people. It's pretty amazing what, and I have to give like pretty much all the credit to Alexis, because this is her and she's just like crushes it. But it's really cool what she's been able to accomplish.
Yeah,
I want to ask you about that. The dynamic that you guys have it's really cool. It's been cool watching you guys just over the years too, like even before you got married and seeing kind of how you guys do work together. It seems like Alexis does get you more involved in social media. Like you've become that kind of team together, you know, on that, where maybe you wouldn't have been so involved beforehand, and also being able to help her out with passion projects that she's got. It's like a really cool dynamic that you guys have going. Is there any kind of advice that you could give other athlete couples? Or
it is funny though to like work and be married to like your business partner, because like we'll be falling asleep at night and he'll be like, what do I have tomorrow? And I'll be like, are you serious? Like but yeah, so that's, I mean, the best advice I can say is I don't know. I have a lot of stuff that I need to work on, I think, when communicating with Hunter, and that's always remembering that he is my husband and not someone that like I work with. So I know at times I can get a little bossy. Just being mindful of that.
She's not actually.
Is that all in her head?
She's not bossy. She's just a boss. Like,
yes.
Preach.
I rely on her.
Somebody wants a raise. Just kidding.
Let them know. She saw the opportunity right there.
Oh yes.
And she, like you said, like I would not have done like anywhere close to the amount of social media. She made me such a better person, and like absolutely whole new world since I met Alexis 6-7-ish years ago. And she loves social media. She loves production. The cool thing about Pineapple Labs with like the coffee is that it is like not only her passion, we both love this. Like we loved coffee together, but like the YouTube and the creating of the content, like this is her passion. And then I'm just kind of like a character that happens to be involved because I'm just, that's me. I'm more of just like me. You know, I play baseball and I do my thing, and she like.
It is a good balance because like I wouldn't get the platform that I do have without him. So, I mean, I realize that, and I don't know. I think it's also like recognizing too, you know, when you're off, and like when you're on and you need to get work done. I mean, it's all about.
Yeah, you guys are both genuine people. Like for me, when it comes to social media, the people that I feel like grow organically, they're authentic, and you ask yourself, like, what is authentic? And a lot of that has to do with transparency. And when there's transparency and you can just be who you are and just admit to feeling good or bad whenever you feel that way, like you both are very genuine people. So it works really well. I mean, Lex, you married Hunter, and Hunter is super genuine. I mean, the first time I met Hunter, he had me visualizing confetti falling on my face from winning a championship together with the Giants in 2018. This was a gym. I know Hunter's he's heard me tell this story before, but my first impression was like, wow, this is the most charismatic dude I've ever met. And I'm pretty outgoing myself. And I just thought, like, this guy, he made me more confident at the end of the day. Hunter made me more confident as a player and a person. And that's really powerful when you have guys like that. It brings everybody together.
I agree.
The two of you guys together are such a great, it's such a great team that you guys have. You guys have a good head on your shoulders. It's awesome seeing what you guys are doing with this and other things in life too. Again, I wish nothing but the best for you guys.
Thank
Man,
you.
thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah, that's
that
so
is
nice.
Far too kind. And,
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah, I do heavily believe though that, you know, you have to feed the mind and fuel the mind with like that vision and that.
I mean, Hunter's your biggest hype man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever you want to do, he's right there behind you being like, you can do it.
Where should we pick up when it comes to the coffee mugs? I never got to share my mug.
Let's see your mug.
My mug is it says life is good.
Life is good.
Not only does it say it here, but it also says it here. So each sip you get to see
That's
it.
a reminder.
I forget where I got it. This is my go-to. It's a big one. I like oversized mugs. That's just how I roll. Kyle, what's your mug?
I've got, so I don't know if you can see it.
The World War II Museum.
Yeah, so this was the ship that my grandpa was on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is so cool.
What?
Yeah, so before he passed away, my dad and his brothers took them out to North Carolina, where the USS North Carolina was at. So it was his first time going back to it since the war. And
wow,
where the mug came from.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. Yeah,
like I'm like a mug collector in the sense, this isn't mine, this is my dad's, but I'm like the mug collector in the sense to where I try to find things that actually have real meaning for myself. Whether it's from an experience that I had while I was out or a place that I went. That way you've always got something that's like a little memory up in the cupboard, right?
I
would say that's a pretty amazing mug.
Yeah.
It's a very significant mug. I love that.
That's very cool.
But speaking of good stories, there's one that I wanted to bring up. Is a few years ago, my nephew was out in Arizona when you guys were opening, the Giants were opening against the Diamondbacks. And he wanted to meet Hunter so bad. And we didn't get the chance to see him. And afterwards, I texted Alexis and said, kind of told her the backstory a little bit. And then a couple of weeks later, a package showed up at Coy's house from you guys. And I've never heard of a player doing that before. And it's one of the coolest things that I'd ever kind of heard back from a player reaching out, like on both your guys' own, sending out that little gift. Actually, Coy, he's here right now.
Oh.
Coy, come here. But so this is my nephew, Coy.
Hi.
What's up, man? Nice shirt, by the way.
Love it. He's ready.
Here you go.
What's happening, Coy? Nice shirt, dude.
What?
I said, what's up, Coy? Nice shirt.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging out on this podcast, talking good talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you up to these days? How are you enjoying the quarantine?
It's pretty good. I just don't like the homework.
Yeah.
Is there more?
As long as there was no homework, it'd be great. What are you doing for fun during this time? What's your go-to activities?
Golfing.
Where are you golfing?
Right there.
You have a golf backyard?
Kinda.
That's awesome.
Why don't you show them the back of your shirt?
What about nighttime?
Hey!
Are you ready for baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
You play ball?
Yeah.
What position?
Center field and first base.
Okay. That's like the Bellinger combo, even though he's a Dodger. Like, he's
True.
super fast, like first base and center field. Like, Are you left-handed or right-hand throwing?
Right-handed.
Right-handed? Okay.
Mm.
Well, good luck, man. Nice to meet you, and thanks for repping my shirt, dude. I appreciate
that's so
that.
Special.
Thank you. All right. You better make the all-star team next year.
Oof.
Pressure.
Pressure.
Pressure's on, Hunter.
All right. Thanks, Coy.
You're welcome. See ya.
Vote for me like 1,000 times up.
That's great.
Oh, that's awesome. Appreciate it, Hunter.
No problem, man. No, my pleasure.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, that's one of the coolest things I've seen a player do. I just wanted to thank you guys. I never had a chance to thank you guys for it. So
No.
This one looks out for me.
Yeah.
you rock.
Yeah, you guys are the best. Well, hey, I think this would be a good time to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for being on the podcast and being guests on our show. This is awesome. We can all meet in the middle right here.
Oh gosh, it's
Boom. There we go.
Thanks
Hey,
for
you
sharing
guys are
what's in the
amazing
coffee.
people. Mhm.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. That
Thanks
means
for-
a lot to me.
Thanks for purchasing.
Yeah, thank you.
That
I
was
know you
wonderful.
got 2 new customers here at least. So
Hey,
My
next
wife loves it.
next
She's
month-
already into it.
really awesome because it's going to be obviously paying homage to the fathers, and that coffee is going to be, it's a play off of whiskey, so get excited for that one.
what?
What? The next one?
The next one, June's, yeah.
When do we have to sign up to get
To
the
get
next
that,
one?
yeah.
June 1st is usually when we were like the first of every month is usually when we
Okay.
release.
So you had to be signed up before June 1st to get the June coffee.
No, I only release them, so like it's only me doing like the back end of the website stuff.
Okay.
Everything, figuring
Mm.
shipping, the everything.
I don't know how to like
Yes.
pre-sale or like do any of that stuff or like set up a subscription. Just June
Ah.
1st, you got to come to the website and
Place an
Yes.
order. Is it the kind of thing where you sign up and then you get the coffee, just gets sent to you? Can I sign up that way to like register and then it'll automatically like boom every time you guys come out with a new one?
yeah, the subscription. That's on my list to do, but I don't know how to do that yet via
But that's a
website.
great-
I'll help you
Gotcha.
out.
I've tried.
Okay. I didn't
Check
even.
out Gary Vee does a great job with it with his wine.
Gary Vee.
He pushes it. Yeah, his empathy wine. He does the same thing. Pushes it. You get a subscription, and every week or every other week you can get whatever you want. You can
Yeah. I think
customize your order.
the whole team. Lexi
Yeah.
has a team, but like really it's Lexi.
It's Lexi and friends, like her.
yeah.
friends.
That's awesome. Well, people should feel even more special then every time they drink it. Like, dang,
She
like,
is like,
she touched this bag. It's
Yeah.
special.
oh my, she is like putting all of the work in. Like it's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm
An
Well,
working-
entrepreneur.
it's in the pipeline.
it's in the pipeline, and it's what's in the coffee.
Yes.
Well, thanks a lot, guys,
Yes.
for being here. This is amazing. The coffee is amazing. Keep
So
doing what
good.
you guys are doing. You guys are helping a lot of people in the world. So love you guys. Love your energy.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Much love to you guys. Thanks for having us on the show. Good
See you
seeing you.
guys
Anytime.
later.
Bye.
Have a good rest of
Awesome,
the
guys.
day.
See ya.
Bye, guys.